for a little one, you know that, don't you?
I know.
Lena, thank you for being with us. Before we start, you know, have you ever done a chat show before?
Well, I don't think so. I might have done one a few years ago, but I can't remember.
You can't remember? You're not going to be in those moods, one of those moods, can't remember, otherwise I'll give you a smack before we start. Now, my darling, now, I'd like you to know, first of all, these are the same goblets that we use for Sammy Davis Jr. They have been washed. I have to do the lot here. But, you know, you can have the choice of lemonade in this decanter or cherryade.
Oh, I thought that was gin.
Gin? You little devil.
Right, gin.
What do you want, lemonade or cherryade?
Lemonade.
Lemonade, a little drop of lemonade.
Yes.
And would you like some ice cream with that?
Yes, I'd love...
Because you want to keep you happy.
Ice cream and lemonade?
Yes. Haven't you ever had that? It's an ice cream soda. Would you like to try it?
Yeah.
See, you're a funny little mite. There's so many kiddie things you haven't tried, and yet there's other things, grown-up things. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, then? 1 scoop or 2?
1 scoop.
1 scoop is enough. All right, then. Straw?
Yes.
There we are. You can have a sip of that. And some chocolates here to keep you happy.
Oh, yeah, I love the chocolate.
All right, you want to try? We heard you like chocolates. All right, then. And save the coffee creams for me.
All right, then.
All right, then. Well, now let's get down to business. First of all... Oh, she's relaxed now, isn't she? You haven't seen her like this before. But now, first of all, how old are you? Because, I mean, people all...
I'm 15 now.
You're 15? Really? You haven't grown very... Because when we last... You haven't grown very much from in the last 2 years,
No,
have
I
you?
haven't, actually.
Hope you haven't
last 3 years.
The last 3 years? Is it 3 years we did that show together?
Is it?
I was asking you.
Oh, sorry.
But there we are. Now, so you're 15 years of age.
Yes.
And I'm 50.
Yes? You don't look it.
What, dear?
You don't look it.
Thank you, love. Thank you. You can stay, have another chocolate.
All right.
But, you know, between us are 65 years. If we do a good show tonight, we could retire. What do you mean I could? Anyway, look, where were you born, my darling?
I was born on the Isle of Bute, in Rothsay, it's called.
On the Isle of Bute?
Yeah, with my mum and dad.
Yes, yeah. Well, I knew your mum. I thought your mother would be there,
Yes.
dear. They usually are at the birth. Sometimes you can't find Dad, but that's another story. Now, let's get back to where you were born. I mean, that's where you grew up in Rothsay, was it?
Yes, I grew up in Rothsay, and then I came to London when I was about 9.
Yes, yes.
And, you know, started from there. Sort of everything started.
I see. Now, look, is it true? Because I heard that you used to give your friends sweets to make them watch your shows that you did in the streets.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd say, oh, I'm going to do a show in the street, and then you'd give all your friends sweets so that they turn up.
How embarrassing.
But I think that's marvellous. Did you really do that?
Yes, yeah. Well, you see, the thing was, my sister and I used to buy sweets from the ice cream van.
Yes.
And buy, you know, sort of penny worth of sweets, big bags of them. Used to say to the kids, you come to see our show because we got bags of sweets, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to say. They used to come and sit in the steps, take the sweets and go.
Oh, and how long were the shows?
Oh, well, they only lasted 2 minutes because the sweets only lasted 2 minutes.
Oh, well, you should have got some of those everlasting mints.
Yeah.
That would have been better. But, you know, when I was a kid, I used to... I mean, when I was only, 12 years of age, I used to have a dancing school. It was one of my dad's garages.
Yeah.
You know, because he had about 30 lock-up garages, my old dad, because he was in the garage business. And I converted one of the garages into a studio, you know, with just a tap mat and a gramophone that you wound up like that before your time and all that. And I used to charge them. I mean, I didn't give them. Yeah, I used to charge them $1 a lesson.
Oh, I didn't charge them.
No, it's funny you being Scottish as well. Now, what about you met a lot of big stars. I mean, you were a very big hit in America when you went over there. They all loved you and all that sort of thing. How many big stars did you meet? Can you tell us some of the people you met?
Oh, dear. Well, I went over there when I was about 9 or 10.
Yes.
But, I met Frank Sinatra.
Did you?
Yes.
What did Frank Sinatra say to you?
Oh, well, I didn't know who... It's terrible, but I really didn't know who he was. I really, honestly...
You didn't know who he was? Frank
didn't,
Sinatra?
Honestly, I know it's terrible, but I didn't really sort of watch all of these films, you see.
And you're of Italian extraction, and so is Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be your godfather.
I know.
That could have been nasty, dear.
I didn't really know what was all going on, because I'd never I never really watched the films and that. And
No.
taken up all the names.
Exactly. To meet everybody and to remember everybody is a
and-
lot, let's face it.
When I realised that I'd done that, I was
Yeah.
so shocked.
Oh, I see. And I hear you're a great fan of Lucille Ball, is that right?
Yes. Well, she was nice. She came up with.
Oh, you
this-
met her?
Yes.
Oh, you met her. She's a marvellous
Oh,
lady, yeah.
She had all this carrot hair.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She's always had carrot hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's sort of, you know, like a candy.
Were they
floss.
real carrots?
Yeah. Oh, no, it was just...
Saying, oh no, I was only kidding. It was a joke. Oh, I think I'll have a coffee cream. Go, tell me all about Lucille Ball then.
Well, she just came up and she said, hello, sweetie. She said, it's really nice to meet you. I enjoyed what you just did. Because I did a sort of a song thing on it was a big show called The Cher Show.
Oh yeah, the Cher
And-
Show. Yeah,
yeah.
like Sonny and Cher. The Cher Show. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was...
No, but I mean, it was when Sonny and Cher split up.
Oh, no, I don't think it was anything to do with that. It was just called The Cher Show because...
The Cher Show, because they couldn't think of another name
No,
for it.
that...
I went through into the conversation. I'm sorry, Lena, yes.
Yeah.
Like another job of ice cream. Sideways. No, tell me about the Cher Show. Yes, go on. Yes.
The Cher Show, you see.
The Cher Show.
Yeah. I did a sort of song.
Yes.
And I did it on my own. And
Oh, you didn't share it with anybody?
No.
Halfway through the thing, somebody else came on. That's why they call it the Cher Show. You see. Sang a song with somebody else. Yes, go on. I made her laugh. Look, she's really laughing. Why is it the kids are the only ones who love me? Go on. Come on, dear.
Well,
Yeah.
she'd seen me doing this song and dance thing.
Yeah.
And she came up and she just said, you know, you're really great, sweetie.
Oh.
And, you know, she's very nice.
Yeah,
She just-
very, very nice.
Yes. Well, sometimes I like doing comedy things, but, you
Yeah.
know, I do it at home sometimes.
Yes.
You know.
Now, you do a lot of things at home, like for instance, your impressions, that I heard about. Only today,
do
I
I?
heard that you do some impressions, and I've never seen you do any.
What about
So,
what?
who do you do? What people do you do?
Well, I can do, I think I can do Judy Garland. Well, only
Judy
a little-
Garland?
only a little
Will you do
bit.
just a little bit of Judy? You know, we don't need any music.
All right,
or anything.
can I
All right,
just
then.
put this-
Yes, because look at what you've done to the straw. Look. What a mess you are with that. For goodness sake, you don't deserve... Oh, there's another smack. Cut down on the chocolates. Now, go on, Judy Garland.
Right, hang on. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. If birds fly over the rainbow, why then oh why can't I?
You get that lovely quiver in the voice. That's beautiful. That you I see. I've never seen you do it before. What else? Who else do you do?
Well, I've tried to do Lulu.
Lulu?
Yeah, but I can only go, well.
Where? I love that. Yeah. Anybody else?
Mae West.
Mae West. Do you want to stand up for this one?
Hang on.
Yeah, stand up for this one. Yeah. Mae West.
It's not the boys in my life. It's the life of my boys.
So you've been going around with life boys, have you? Like, not Boy Scouts. Like, what's all this? What's all that? Anybody else you do? That was marvellous. Who else?
Well, I've tried doing Barbara Streisand.
Barbara's. Now, I adore her.
I'm not sure.
No, but
I've-
just,
you know,
just
I've got
just
to
have a
get in the
go.
mood.
Yes, get in the mood for it. All right, then.
Well, hello, Brucie. Well, hello, Brucie. It's so nice to have you back where you belong.
You get the look with her. You get the look with her. That is beautiful. Anybody else?
Oh, I tell you who I
Oh,
love
oh,
doing.
oh. Who's this?
I tell you who I love doing.
Who's that?
Yeah, silly boy, Brucie.
Oh, she knows you know.
Oh, you know.
You know.
Oh,
She knows you know. She knows.
You're the one that I want.
And you did an impression of me, didn't you, in the show we did? Do you remember? Bravo. Well, I think that's marvellous. Now, I think...
Can we have a game of drafts now?
What?
Can we have a game of drafts?
Now, we have a game of drafts if we've got time later on. All day long I've said we'll have a game of drafts if there's time. Now, for goodness sake, child. Goodness sake. Let your uncle get a few laughs. But it's been lovely to talk to you like this. It really has.
Thank you.
And you know, and when I tell you something very honestly now, the first time I was going to do this Thames show, and they said, we can get Lena Zavaroni. And because I didn't know Lena, I said, oh, yeah. I said, what's she like? What's she like? And you do expect, when you see somebody and full of confidence, we expect to be a bit precocious. Believe me, you know, although you see her on the stage singing and doing well, I'm going to embarrass her now, but she really, no, you really do have she's really a very nice young lady. And I mean it. You know, will you do a little number with me?
Oh, I'd love
Just to finish it all off?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, if there's time,
Yeah.
you know, we'll play
Drafts,
drafts.
yeah.
All right then?
All right then.
Thank you, Alan. We'll do the number.
Something extra when we touch. Something I like extra much. Something wicked that you do to me.
Something extra in that smile. Something that sticks out a mile. Something extra jolts the boats through me.
Thought I knew it all, played the game before.
For a little miss, she's got so much more.
You were something great that the wheels of fate blew me.
Something extra in that place blows my mind right into space. It's that something extra that you do.
Oh, something extra when we touch. Oh, something I like extra much. Something wicked that you do to me.
Something extra in that smile, oh Lena, it sticks out a mile. Something extra jolts the boats through me.
Thought I knew it all, played the game before.
For a little miss, you've got so much more. You were something great that the winds of fate blew me. Something extra in that face blows my mind right into space.
Something
In you,
moves my
so
I was half,
but now I'm whole. It's
something.
extra that you do.
Something in you moves my
Yeah, I was half, but now I'm whole. It's that something extra that you do. Just got to use a song. Just a good night song. I hope we've helped to make your Saturday a fun and time just doesn't matter day. Later. Tomorrow never, ever comes. At least that's what they say. I hope they're wrong and it's not too long before I spend another Saturday with you. Good night, everybody.
Can we have a game of
Oh, all right, let's play drafts.